taking your medication incorrectly can make them less effective. Every medication works for a certain number of hours. If you're taking painkillers, sedatives, or even anxiety medication, you better avoid alcohol. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know to take your medication safely and to get the best results for your health. Hello, and welcome to the Inzimbi Talk with your friendly pharmacist, Inzimbi Charles. Taking your medication the wrong way can have serious health risks, like worsened symptoms, side effects, even hospitalization. But the good news is a few simple habits can make a huge difference in your health outcomes. First things first, you need to always follow your doctors and pharmacists' advices and instructions. In our previous video, Trust Your Pharmacist, we spoke about how pharmacists can save you money, time, and even your life. Today we are going to look at the role that you play in this journey. If the instruction says, take with food, it's not a recommendation. It's to avoid unnecessary complications or to help your body to absorb the medication properly. For instance, you'll be advised to take Brufen with food. That is to prevent ulceration in your stomach. Another important factor to always consider is the timing and consistency at which you take your medication. Taking your medication at the same time every day by setting an alarm or using a pill organizer can help you build a good routine and avoid missing doses. Every medication works for a certain number of hours, depending on how it is metabolized and being excreted and how the body is using it. When you take your tablet, the concentration will go up, and after a certain number of hours, it will go down, as some will be used by the body, some will be excreted. That is why you need to take another dose so that you can maintain that concentration for it to be effective. So it's very important that you take your doses at the right times so that you always maintain that level for effectiveness. For example, if you are using oral contraceptives and you miss 2 or more doses, its concentration will be too low that it can increase your chances of getting pregnant. Thus, as a pharmacist, I will recommend that you use another method of contraception, such as condom, for at least a week, while its concentration will go back to its effective level. And also, if your doctor or pharmacist advise you to take your medication 3 times a day, what we mean is that you take it in 8-hourly intervals or every 8 hours. Not that you take it, then after 2 or a few hours you take another dose, then after a few hours again you take the 3rd dose and say you took it 3 times a day. And that can result in toxicity as we are increasing the concentration when it's already high. Here is a question for you all. What do you think would be the best approach to take if you miss a dose and it's almost time for your next dose? Should you double up on the doses, take the next dose, or consult your pharmacist? I would love to read your answers in the comment section. Did you know that where you put your medication matters? Keep most of your medication in a dry, cool place to maintain their stability and effectiveness. I see a lot of people putting their medication packs in the bathrooms where there's a lot of heat and humidity, which can weaken your medication. Although some medication like insulin and liquid antibiotics like amoxicillin require refrigeration to maintain their stability. So always confirm with your pharmacist if you are unsure of where to keep or store your medication. If you don't have a fridge at home, you can ask your pharmacist for a cooler or ice packs that we normally get from suppliers when they deliver medication. Or you can ask your neighbor to keep your medication in their fridge. Alternatively, if none of those options are available to you, you can keep your medication on the floor, which I won't recommend very well as we can't measure the temperature on the floor, but it will be better than keeping them in a cupboard. It's important that you always ask questions and be informed about your condition and the medication that you are taking. Never be afraid to ask your pharmacist questions. Whether you are unsure about side effects, food interaction, or what to do if you miss a dose, we are here for you. Now that I mentioned food interaction, did you know that what you eat or don't eat can affect how your medication works? It can affect how it is absorbed and how it is metabolized. Dairy products such as milk can interfere with antibiotics like ciprofloxacin, reducing the rate at which they are absorbed in the body, thus making them less effective. So you might need to take your milk 2 hours before or 2 hours after you've taken your antibiotic. But in contrast, antifungals like microcidal need a fatty meal such as milk for them to be absorbed better and to reduce stomach upsets. So always confirm with your pharmacist on what to take and not to take with your medication. Alcohol is another that has a huge effect on medication. Comment alcohol if you want me to do a detailed video just on the interaction between medication and alcohol. If you're taking painkillers, sedatives, or even anxiety medication, you better avoid alcohol, as it can dangerously increase drowsiness and even slow down your breathing rate. Taking it with other medication like blood thinners can also cause bleeding in the stomach. Tell me your experience if you've ever taken alcohol with Flagyl, metronidazole. I would love to read that. With all that said, taking your medication properly doesn't have to be complicated. And doing it right can help protect your health and make you feel better faster. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more health tips. And remember, your health is in your hands, but you are never alone. Your friendly pharmacist is here. The last question before we close the video. What do you think would be the best thing to do if you take your tablets and you vomit 30 minutes after? I can't wait to see you in the next video when we talk about how long it takes for medication to work in your body. See you soon.